Hear what? Are you sure this line is clean?
Later, when they find out the call was traced, it somehow doesn't occur to Morpheus or Trinity that Cypher is either bad at his job or just a dick.
Hands in your head!
Why does Trinity, or anyone for that matter from the Nebuchadnezzar, need to physically jack into the Matrix to keep an eye on Neo? Doesn't Morpheus watch him and see and guide his every move in the office building in just a few minutes? I love this opening scene as much as anyone, but it's still pretty unnecessary in the grand scheme of keeping an eye on Neo.
I think we can handle one little girl.
Hey, how come the agents don't already know it's Trinity? How come they didn't leap into one of the cops in room 303 with Trinity at gunpoint the second they burst into the room and saw her? Or once she started kicking ass?
That's impossible.
I'm guessing Agent Smith and his two partners go around with the Men in Black memory eraser after these missions, doing impossible stunts, jumping into other people and taking over their bodies. This gives away the idea of the Matrix to normal people, right? Agent sees Trinity running, but instead of shooting her or chasing after her, decides to watch her run away as if he's never seen running before. Why is the light swinging? I admit it's a cool shot, but it wasn't hit by debris or even the wind when she dove through the window. And it stopped swinging in the next shot as evidenced by the light not moving. The agents have to visually confirm someone like Trinity in order to know exactly where she is. So how did the agents know to morph into this truck driver? How did they know which phone booth she would be headed for? Trinity's a dead woman if Agent Smith doesn't stop and wait here for a few seconds to give the movie's plot a chance to even happen. Come to think of it, why did he even feel compelled to turn the vehicle? Couldn't he have just smashed into the phone booth on his way down the street? Truck does a Fred Flintstone tire spin to buy Trinity even more time to barely escape. Truck is always further away than it was the last time we saw it so that this escape is possible.
We have the name of their next target.
The name is Neo.
We'll need a search running.
Why? Are the humans able to use computers inside your computer program to find a person by his alias faster than, well, computers are? How do you not know who and where Neo is instantly? Neo is somehow awakened by online chat. What is this bullshit on Neo's computer monitor?
My own personal Jesus Christ.
Movie hits the Jesus metaphor a little square on the head.
Something wrong, man? You look a little whiter than usual.
That's racist.
It's called mescaline. It's the only way to fly.
Movie promptly dates itself 9 minutes in with a reference to mescaline, of all drugs. Why not angel dust or speedballs? I know Morpheus could probably tell these assholes were coming to Neo's apartment, but how the f did he know the girl with the white rabbit tattoo would turn her shoulder to expose the tattoo? And how did he know Neo would see it? Isn't this follow the white rabbit shit just a bit too coy when the fate of the world is in the balance?
My name is Trinity.
Trinity.
As in Father, Son, and Holy Ghost? Wait, does this movie have religious symbolism?
And it will find you.
Why was it so important to have Neo go to the club just to tell him the Matrix is real and it will find him? I mean, couldn't you have typed that on the computer instead of follow the white rabbit? Computer software company has no mechanisms in place to determine when flaky employees are just sitting in their cubicle meditating instead of doing actual work. It seems like Trinity could have given him this phone last night at the club, but Morpheus relies on FedEx to send it to him. Hell, they could even have been talking well before Neo went into work today and he could have avoided this altogether. Also, this phone is conveniently delivered just before the agents show up. How is Morpheus able to see Neo's location and guide him through the building, but the agents who are connected to this entire computer system called the Matrix have no idea where Neo is?
What's this happening to me? What'd I do?
Computer hacker and illegal software salesman asks why me as FBI people chase him around his workplace. I know we're in the Matrix right now, but why doesn't this thing carving its way into Neo's belly button leave any blood anywhere?
Then go to the Adam Street Bridge.
Morpheus gives Neo a meet location on a tapped phone, and miraculously no agents are there waiting for him when he arrives.
I think you're bugged.
Not that it's mattered from the time you left your apartment to go to the Adam Street Bridge to getting in a mysterious car. Also, why bug Neo in the first place? Can't you just track his movements through the Matrix itself?
Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
That statement actually couldn't be less true. Dramatic thunder and lightning is dramatic.
It means buckle your seatbelt, Dorothy, because Kansas is going bye-bye.
Dramatic thunder and lightning is repetitive. Here's that guy Morpheus was interested in. Better disconnect him and totally forget why he woke up in the first place. Neo pulls out this IV without knowing what it does or whether it keeps him alive.
We have only bits and pieces of information.
So all the stuff that doesn't make sense, we'll just chalk up to that.
Birth to AI.
AI, I mean artificial intelligence.
Well, you're a hacker. So yeah, you know what AI means.
We don't know who struck first, but we know that it was us that scorched the sky.
What? How? And how does that keep the sun out? Did they blow up the sun? How is that accomplished? How do you know about this very specific detail and nothing else?
The Oracle prophesied his return.
Prophecy that one man will save us all cliché.
I believe that search is over.
What is it that made Morpheus think Neo was the one? He's a computer hacker who works at a software company. No skills in the area of badassery. Nothing incredibly notable accomplished in his life. What was the one thing that said, yep, this dude is totally worth going through lots of trouble to unplug from the Matrix?
Near the Earth's core where it's still warm.
Oh, come on. It's probably a lot more than warm, right? The sun doesn't have anything to do with the core temperature. That shit is hot because of a variety of factors, including radioactive decay and awesome science stuff. Even if he's talking about the mantle, that shit is too hot. People would be burned alive going to Zion.
Squiddy's sweeping in quick.
Why do the human ships have radar-like ability to detect squiddies at greater distances than the squiddies can detect human ships? Why didn't the machines just put motion detection sensors all over the place so the human ships would be unable to move at all without being spotted? Why are the squiddies programmed only to look for electrical signatures of the human ships instead of biological signs of life, or hell, large metal things that are hovercraft shaped?
The Matrix?
Do you always look at it encoded?
Well, you have to.
Wait, so when Morpheus was guiding Neo through the office cubicles, was he actually looking at falling green lines of code? Is this movie actually saying these people learn how to see real images in this code? Isn't Cypher jacked into some machine back at the ship? Is everyone asleep? There's not one person who could just happen to walk by and see Cypher hooked into the Matrix and see him talking with an agent? And how does Cypher get back? I thought it required someone back at the ship to wake you up and get you out of the Matrix with a hardline. Is this the first time he's eaten since he got here? After all that training and shit? He should be well aware of the awful non-Matrix food. It's very cool, but how do they make a connection on this call if there's no one on the other end to pick it up? Like, Neo will be racing for a ringing phone by the end of this movie, and if he could just pick it up instead of getting shot, he'd establish the connection and transport back out. But leaping into the Matrix, they still use real phone lines, but it's apparently just for show? I honestly don't know. F it.
We're in.
Wait, they went back into the Matrix to see the Oracle? So is the Oracle part of the Matrix, or is she plugged in somewhere? Don't even bring up the sequels when you defend this shit either.
I can only show you the door. You have to walk through it.
What an asshole.
What was said was for you, and for you alone.
Which is why I told you what the Oracle told me while we were on the elevator.
Deja vu.
This has kind of always bothered me, even though it's actually really cool and I accept it as a fantastic idea, but this is not deja vu as we humans normally experience it. You don't see something and then see an absolute repeat of it 2 seconds later and go, wow, deja vu and shit. You usually experience something and feel like you've done it before, but it feels like you did it long ago. And chalk this up to plot convenience, even though it's awesome. The hole wasn't there when they opened the door, so they basically kicked a hole in the wall without anyone hearing it. Amazing! Neo should definitely be dead from these bullets, but it's not time for this movie's bad guys to have good aim yet.
You must get Neo!
Damn, Smith is taking this like he's a mannequin or some shit. Yeah, no, still not time for good aim. Why are there, like, no agents down here? Stopping these guys from going back to the ship is an important part of the plan. In fact, why don't they send 20 or 100 agents for a mission like this?
You all look the same to me.
That's racist. Tank takes 2 hits from the electricity gun but lives and is basically fine, even while only 1 brief shot from the same gun later takes out Cypher completely.
That red pill right up your ass!
You can see Morpheus blink at the wind power of Cypher's P in Pill.
Just pull a plug here.
Murderous traitor conveniently kills good guys in the order of their importance to the remainder of the story.
No. I don't believe it.
I don't believe it either.
The leader of every ship is given codes to Zion's mainframe computer.
So you can't just send a message to Zion and say, yo, change the codes. They got Morpheus and they're gonna make him talk. Peace.
Those are agents holding him. 3 of them.
I know, I can't believe it's not more either.
That's why I have to go.
Why?
Because I believe in something.
What?
Neo stopped short of explaining himself twice in a row so that Trinity and Tank have to ask him what the hell he's talking about.
Every mammal on this planet.
What mammals? Are there still other mammals out there? Are they hooked up to the Matrix too? Dreaming about being in fields and getting taken down by mountain lions? Because there sure as hell aren't any other mammals in the real world, what with the sky scorched and all. Why are you talking about all the planet's other now dead mammals in the present tense, you ass? Still not time for good aim. Using lift instead of elevator proves we're not in an American city. So these guys with radios heard the call for backup in the lobby, but didn't deem it an important matter until all the backup SWAT guys died too? Why are they bursting in to tell Smith about it instead of leaping into the SWAT guys 30 seconds ago and killing Neo? What the hell is this agent waiting for? They don't see you! Trinity! Oh, now he pulls out the gun. And as you can see, pulling it out now has terrible disadvantages, like Neo being able to dodge the bullets.
only human.
Even agents with artificial intelligence have to say some bullshit just before they kill someone so that the hero can be saved at the last second.
Dodge this.
However, when the roles are reversed and the good guy has to say some bullshit, apparently there is not enough time for the bad guy to get saved. Honestly, I know he's the one and everything, but even the one would have a hard time seeing the agents he wants to kill and the Morpheus he doesn't want to kill from this perspective, especially with the sprinklers going crazy on the inside. I guess Morpheus just finally realized there are no handcuffs. This is the one and only moment in the movie when the bad guy has good aim. When he's being rained on by sprinklers, firing blind from behind a wall.
The Oracle.
She told you exactly what you needed to hear.
Okay, fine. We're gonna go with that Star Wars stuff where Obi-Wan said Anakin Skywalker was dead, and then later we find out, oh, it was just a perspective I had that wasn't misleading in any way whatsoever. But did Neo really need to hear the Oracle's prophecy about Morpheus sacrificing his life for him, and he'd have to make a choice? Wouldn't he have made the choice to try and save Morpheus anyway? Also, why did she literally spell out the future for everyone else that saw her and only get all reverse psychology on Neo? This spelling of authorized proves we're not in an American city. I guarantee you there are 100 other homeless people reacting to things like pedestrians, air, the sky, the traffic lights with just as much enthusiasm as this guy does, and it doesn't set off any alarms in the Matrix. How does the information from this fucker's just woke up vision stand out to the machines as important from all the other shit homeless people are seeing and getting excited about all over the city?
Neo, I want to tell you something.
Something that can wait until after we're back on the ship, but feel the need to delay you with right now. Train drives through an empty station and never stops because it only comes during dramatic moments cliché.
Help! Need a little help! The door!
The one can't find a door in plain view, which was his only option. How is it possible that none of the Nebuchadnezzar crew remember this building from the opening scene like Agent Smith does? Especially Trinity, who was f***ing there. Even though Neo's mind believed himself to be dead, the power of boners is far stronger.
And then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see.
For instance, the 2 sequels to this movie. Also, the 2 sequels to this movie. Okay, we get it. The Matrix. Digital! Program-y! This is Neo's dream about Trinity dying, and it's so detailed he dreams of the guy clocking out at the end of his shift. Was the motorcycle rigged with C4 or something? Ah, a full 0.001% of the bullets fired in this scene found their target. Opening scene was just a dream cliche. Also, so much for that I'm gonna show these people a world without you mission that Neo promised at the end of the first Matrix.
I can't say I fully understand your reasons for volunteering.
Well, I can say it. The guy that played Tank got all divish and demanded too much money, causing the screenwriters to invent both Link and his reason for joining the crew.
That's right.
That can't be.
Why not?
Morpheus somehow heard this conversation all the way back here.
Morpheus, glad you could join us.
Niobe.
Movie finds a clunky way to let us know what Niobe's name is.
We're gonna do what Commander Locke ordered us to do. We'll evacuate broadcast level and return to Zion.
So why the meeting? Why didn't everyone head back to Zion after the order? Is it so Morpheus could suggest one of the ships stay behind?
How did you know someone was here?
This dude is somehow unaware of Neo's supernatural powers. Also, showdown number 1 with Agent Smith pushed to later in the film because I guess Smith just wants to play games and be coy, but also probably the script. Look, I get it. You're trying to show that Neo is so f***ing awesome at fighting that he's really only humoring these assholes, and even with upgrades, they still can't beat him. The problem is, that's f***ing boring. And also, I think the Wachowskis are the only people on planet Earth who forgot Neo could disintegrate agents by jumping into them, because he doesn't do any of that in this entire movie. Also, I truly believe this movie suffers from the same issue plaguing most Superman movies. The hero is too indestructible for us to give a shit during the action sequences. Alright, now that I've killed these agents, time to fly out of here and go to the Oracle's apartment all of a sudden.
Is Neo okay?
Okay, shit. Morpheus, you should have seen him.
It was exactly like the first movie, only way more boring. Also, it was Trinity who asked the question, but Morpheus is the one with the phone, so how did Link hear her? And why did he specifically address Morpheus with that answer?
He's doing his Superman thing.
Oh, so he's breaking someone's neck? Also, DC Comics. Rubber Neo number 1. If the Oracle's true message in the first movie was know thyself, and it was, then why are Neo and the others completely powerless to do anything without hearing from her again? Last time they were positive they needed her advice, and she told Neo he wasn't the one. An outright lie. Stalking. These people are jacked into some sort of flight control matrix? Down in Zion? Why the f*** for? Movie rips off the robot mech suits from Aliens. Also, this asshole quit doing his job before the gate closed completely. Slacker.
I want the ship ready to go as soon as humanly possible.
I thought that was the point of your ship coming back anyway. You needed to recharge, you have 36 hours to go back. I guess this is a long way of me saying unnecessary orders. Also, this is just a bunch of clips. And a mag light maybe. and I think a meat thermometer.
What is it between them?
Neo knows there's a deeper story here because the script said exposition scene at the top of the page.
What is it between them?
Morpheus and Locke? Niobe.
Also, Neo plays the pronoun game so that Trinity has to ask who the hell he means by them.
Wasn't there anything better to do?
You know what they say about the life you save.
It's worth two in the bush? You either saw the Animatrix or you didn't. Either way, you're probably wondering why they crammed this stupid kid into this movie.
I told you, kid, you found me.
Neo makes a casual reference to a far better Matrix film. Steampunk Office is steampunk.
I don't care about oracles or prophecies or messiahs.
Bad guy speaks for the audience.
Neo. Not everyone believes what you believe.
Come on, you mean all the stuff Neo did in the first movie is simply a legend? Nobody knows the story of how Neo flew into an agent and destroyed him? Everyone was like, psh, that Morpheus, he's always telling tales.
God damn, it's good to be home.
Home is a piece of shit. This pan-down shot is kinda cool, but it greatly exaggerates the size of Zion's population and requisite housing infrastructure requirements. Needy people cockblock. Also, the philosophy that Neo is some sort of Jesus becomes mind-numbingly literal.
Where's my puss?
How many girlfriends would let you refer to them as your pussy? My guess is none. Awesome badass chick Gina Torres from Aliens, Firefly, and Angel gets about 30 seconds in this movie.
Tank and Doja believed him.
After all that bullshit with Tank surviving in the last movie, this movie decides that Tank died. Somehow. Without explanation since then. Basically, f*** you, Tank.
Been seeing Neo do the things he can do.
Like what? Flying and calmly beating up agents? Shit, we saw all that in the first movie.
I give you Morpheus.
Polarizing figure Morpheus somehow gets cheers from 99% of the crowd. Discount stomp. And who designed these f***ing things? Dr. Seuss? It's obvious the Wachowskis decided to put a weird rave scene in the first act of both this and the first Matrix movie. What's not obvious is f***ing why. We haven't had sex in ages, we're dying to fuck, but hang on a few minutes while I light all these candles. So here we are at the 30-minute mark, dancing, PG-13 sex in an R-rated movie, hardly any ass kicked at this point, and we're at the exact same spot plot-wise as we were 20 minutes ago. This is sort of like Neo thinking about baseball so he doesn't climax too soon. Also, did the orgasm make him think about the nightmare, or did the nightmare assist in the orgasm?
All that matters is this.
Wait, what? They obviously can't take physical items with them through the phone line, so is this envelope symbolic? The fuck? I am so confused right now. Does this mean that if Neo answered the call intended for Trinity, he could be inside Trinity? That sounds really dirty, but seriously, once Agent Smith takes this dude's body, why does a phone call transportation system still allow him to transport? I figure you have to contain the same DNA of the guy you're transporting into, or else the Matrix wouldn't allow it, right?
I just haven't been able to sleep much.
We interrupt this Matrix sequel to bring you boring.
Old men like me don't bother with making points.
This movie is definitely going to make up for its violation of the ass-kicking protocol later on, but the question is, will I still be awake by the time it gets there?
Neo is from the Oracle.
Wait, that's not the important message from the envelope that can't possibly have come through the phone line from a computer program into the physical world, is it?
You know I don't believe in this stuff.
But I do. It's always brought me luck.
You maintain a belief system that is based on luck? You know, it took me a while to figure out this was Agent Smith inside this dude's body. I mean, we saw him twice, but both times he wore sunglasses or was in shadows. So, at this point, he just seems like the random dude who hates Neo, or Discount Cypher from the first movie. Neo! Stupid kid ex machina.
Bane.
Seriously, this dude's name is Bane? Did his parents know that one day he would be possessed by Agent Smith and become a bad guy? Batman much?
Good luck.
So he could easily stab Neo right now, right? Neo isn't in the Matrix, doesn't have access to his badass powers, and there are a million Agent Smiths in the Matrix, so even if he fails and dies, who cares? You were going to take a chance and stab him in the back, so why not now? Also, why a knife? This dude has access to guns, right?
Or am I still in charge of our defense?
Oh look, more talking! I like Kung Fu as much as the next guy, but is it always supposed to be this boring?
I had to be sure. Of what? That you are the one.
That dumbass fight we just saw proves Neo is the one. Also, Seraph plays the stop short game so that Neo has to ask him what the hell he meant by I had to be sure.
You do not truly know someone until you find them.
Movie sets up a ridiculously delicious premise, but then never delivers on it by having something unexpectedly badass happen. Like Neo having to fight Morpheus or Trinity or someone he thinks he knows in order to find out they're actually traitors or something. Instead, no, just a saying. F you, Angel Dude.
You do not truly know someone until you find them.
Also, I keep telling my potential girlfriends that, but I always end up bloodied at the antique shop.
The ones doing their job, doing what they were meant to do, are invisible.
I think the movie could basically have started here. Sentinels are going to attack Zion. Let's go to the Oracle. Awesome ideas about the Matrix and Rogue programs. Boom! This is the scene that finally sets the movie into motion.
Because you're the one.
That's not what you said last time.
Seems like every time we meet, I got nothing but bad news.
No, you got nothing but riddles and instructions, lady. You have never had anything resembling news. Hey, can I go back with you guys? Can you send me to a place where I can get out of here? No? Okay, I'll fight 100 Agent Smiths then. Oh well. So this fight goes on for 6 minutes. Agent Smith was a formidable adversary in the first movie, but hundreds of Agent Smiths are no match for Neo in this one. Feel free to use the restroom at this point. This fight is a lot of sound and fury signifying nothing. Wait, this is a place where any asshole can walk by and see this? If so, why is this the first person stumbling on this fight? Neo gets punched in the face a zillion times, but his glasses keep on ticking. This reminds me, why doesn't Neo just go ahead and fly the hell out of here? Rubber Neo number 2. Also, this is a classic example of a scene that looked fantastic on the big screen opening weekend, but then can never really be viewed at home again without the experience being soiled by how obvious the CGI becomes. Finally, the 100 Agent Smiths get smart and pile on Neo, instead of doing the one-by-one silliness that all bad guys do in fights like this, but even that proves totally pointless. Neo could crush Superman with his penis if he wanted to. Haha, they can't fly. But why? I mean, he can in the next movie. He's not a human being, he's a computer program, but he still somehow has to earn or learn the ability to fly?
Now there's more than one of them.
How is that possible?
I don't know.
No worries, I'm sure they're just waiting to explain that in the third movie. Right? Right?
Comprehension is not a requisite of cooperation.
This motherfucker sounds just like a machine. Let's get him! Also, harmonica necklace.
Because some things never change, Jason, and some things do.
Why don't any of these citizens turn into an agent when they see Neo and Morpheus? Morpheus is a dick to people who don't want to use the stairs. Why don't any of the citizens eating at the Merovingians restaurant turn into agents when they see Neo and Morpheus in there?
Action, reaction, cause, and effect.
Since when do programs get so damn wordy and preachy? Every character Neo runs into in this movie has a master's degree in philosophy.
Truth is, we are completely.
Cake orgasm.
I am so sick and tired of his bullshit. On and on. Pompous prick.
Man, lots of people in this movie keep saying what the audience is thinking.
A kiss.
I'm gonna help you, but only if you kiss me cliché. What? That's not a cliché? That's just completely stupid? Okay, well, no cliché, but still plenty of sin for this bullshit. Come on! I mean, this is Monica Bellucci, man. Make that shit count. Kissing her like you do Trinity would not be hard. You know I'm serious about this because I'm taking off my sunglasses. This kitchen doesn't have the end fight scene from the Raid 2 happening in it right now.
They do his dirty work.
Why the long introduction when you're just gonna kill them?
How many people keep silver bullets in their gun?
Wait, these guys are werewolves? The Oracle said stuff like that was possible. Now the movie's forcing me to debate whether it's better that we never see the werewolves or just be happy that I got the reference. I'm torn.
You can either run to the restaurant and tell my husband what I have done, or you can stay there and die.
Persephone lets one henchman live to tell the husband because promise to help implies simultaneous promise to harm, apparently. That's racist. Nobody here has any powers that can make this fight interesting either. We interrupt this Matrix sequel to bring you the Force. Also, why doesn't he do that kind of shit more often? Also, why is he even using weapons anymore after realizing he can do shit like that? So this is still going. You know, fights aren't good because they're longer. They're only good when you feel like the hero could be in danger. Okay, so I understand that the keys change the rooms that you go into, but how do you change a room from the outside and not be in that same room yourself? See, here are guys who should be fighting Neo. These dudes have amazing powers and would present a challenge. But they're the only characters in this whole movie who do anything cool. We have the ability to become vapor. How do we ever get into this car? Is the knife part of this twins program, where it turns to vapor when he turns to vapor? If not, why doesn't he just turn other things into vapor by touching them? That could come in handy. You know what this movie needs? Some good slow motion about now, for no reason. Oh, awesome! Yeah, bullet holes appear and disappear all over this scene, but we aren't really into nitpicking little details like that. Are these people somehow oblivious to the f***ing war zone that has been coming up on their ass for 5 minutes? F***ing Oakland, man. Also, empty highway behind Chase is super empty.
Shots fired.
Where the f*** has this radio guy been this whole time? He's just now calling in shots fired? Dude, you are fired. Now that he's out of bullets, now's the time to vaporize over to the other car. Where did all this f***ing traffic behind them come from? Wait, so while the agent does this, what is the twin doing? He has an absolutely huge opening to kill Morpheus and Trinity and make off with the keymaker. This van is honking, I guess, for the incredible scene of watching a guy turn into vapor and land in the middle of the freeway unharmed. I mean, are the people who live inside the Matrix muggles or something? They don't see magic right in front of them? This computer program cop has terrible aim. Conveniently timed truck with convenient motorcycles is convenient. These two make this jump, but only through the power of editing. How the hell are agents coming from all over, leaping into all these f***ing drivers and smashing the hell out of her in the keymaker? I guess this is the only person on the entire freeway who noticed the motorcycle. What? How did these cops know to drive down the exit ramp? And how could they be sure it was a completely empty exit ramp that they could enter the freeway with? Cool shot, but as we've seen, people getting possessed by agents go through all these convulsions before changing. The placement of the sword on the side of the truck jumps several feet between him stabbing it and him needing to stand on it. The next action I take will require the removal of my sunglasses. Oh look, the sword jumped back up to the top of the truck just in time for him to grab it in his hour of need.
Gotcha.
What?
Then you're meant for one more thing, deletion.
Okay, so do it already. Why has the agent not already killed the keymaker 5 times by now?
Neo? If you're out there, I could use some help.
Morpheus says a prayer to Neo, and it's answered. Of course Neo saves the day. No one in this scene enters it at any time other than the exact perfect second. We interrupt this Matrix sequel to bring you a teaser trailer for the next one.
There is a building. Inside this building, there is a level where no elevator can go.
Welcome to the most confusing scene in movie history. Up is down, left is right, and everything is happening all at once, and not at all, while also being discussed and explained in what appears to be the same room where Neo first met Morpheus, which would be a stupid place for them to go, but like I said, there's so much wrong and weird with this entire scene, I'm just gonna roll the dinger for a couple seconds.
Bomb. Did he say bomb?
You know, pound for pound, Roy Jones is the worst actor they could have gotten to say this terrible line.
But like all systems, it has a weakness.
Of course it does. Sure, as Morpheus said, there are no accidents. Just really convoluted ways to get Trinity into the Matrix when Neo doesn't want her in there.
In 5 minutes, I'll tear that whole goddamn building down.
Yeah, we saw the dream at the beginning of the movie. Too bad there's no suspense now. Well, this timing is perfect, actually. Do you mind fighting with us for a little bit? Just for a few moments while our friends fix the power station crisis that we don't even know about so that we don't die when we open the door? Awesome.
Hold it right there, though, lady.
Guard sees badass chicken leather walk into a restricted area and thinks of the words little lady. The Mr. Smiths behind Neo are just f***ing worthless. They let Neo do whatever he needs to do before attacking him again. Also, some of these Mr. Smiths are obviously not Hugo Weaving. Mr. Smith goes to Bowlington.
You know which door. Hurry, Neo.
Man, this dude was riddled with bullets, but thankfully he had exactly enough breath to give Neo the instructions.
You know which door.
Yep, it's so obvious.
I am the architect.
Remember that earlier scene that I said was the most confusing one in movie history? Yeah, about that. See, I hadn't actually watched any further than that point in the movie when I said that.
Here goes some of my answers you will understand, and some of them you will not.
It's a convenient thing to say when the audience decides they have no clue what the f*** is going on.
You old white prick!
Did he say you old white prick? 'Cause that's racist. So Link told her the bad guys were headed her way and to get the hell out of there, and she goes and waits for the elevator?
Thus I redesigned it.
You can tell this is a movie from 2003 when George W. Bush gets equated to Hitler.
There are 2 doors. The door to your right leads to the source and the salvation of Zion. The door to your left leads back to the Matrix, to her, and to the end of your species.
So basically no different from the choice Batman has to make in Batman and Robin. Previously on The Matrix Reloaded.
What was that? It's moving faster than anything I've ever seen.
First off, you know with your whole heart what that is. Second off, it can't be much faster than when Neo came out of the mountains to save Morpheus and the Keymaker from that truck crash at the last minute. This is f***ing awesome. A dozen years before Man of Steel, this movie stole Superman's thunder just a little bit. And by the same studio, too.
Holy shit, he caught it.
I know, amazing. You saw this before, remember? Also, at the speed Neo was flying, wouldn't this basically have been like a 747 crashing into Trinity? We'll explain his hand somehow reaching into her with the use of green digital characters. Also, I don't know whether I'm supposed to think this is amazing or be turned on. Why didn't he just pull the bullet out with the Force? Neo has been powered up from Superman Jesus to God Almighty.
I can't take this.
I really relate to this guy. This guy is the audience, only my amazement is more anger-based than his.
Guess this makes us even.
Yeah, you saved me with a miracle kiss that shouldn't have worked. I reached inside your body and took a bullet out and restarted your heart. But yeah, we're even. Women.
That's impossible.
Someone in a sci-fi movie declares something impossible cliche.
I have dreamed a dream.
We interrupt this second Matrix movie to bring you Les Miserables. Movie has the balls to come up with a fantastic cliffhanger ending after 2 hours of relative boredom.
It's the hammer.
The hammer is my penis. Also, weren't there way more than just 3 of those Sentinels back when they threw the bomb? Aren't the rest of them right behind those first 3 and killing all these fools right about now? Here's a cliffhanger ending for your ass. By the way, I had already sort of forgotten about Mr. Smith Bane and what he looked like, so seeing him upside down does me no favors. First time I saw this, I was like, who the f*** is that? Evil Neo? Come back in 6 months. We guarantee you'll be less pissed off about this movie then. For dramatic purposes, patients in this ship's infirmary are placed head-to-head, giving us the yin-yang Neo-Smith shot we didn't know we wanted.
I bring word from the Oracle. You must come at once.
I won't tell you where, though, even though that's crucial information. We assume you can figure it out for yourself. Only this girl and her parents at the terminal, yet they ignore her enough so that she can just start chatting up Neo and stuff.
This isn't the Matrix.
That's where the train goes.
Thankfully, she's full of exposition. Oh, look, they knew where to meet Seraph without him saying anything about location. Wowee! One sin for regular old mortality, for causing this franchise to have to recast a role that was already perfectly cast.
Do you know what happened to Neo?
Yes, he is trapped in a place between this world and the machine world.
This train man shit is cool and all, but the movie never even once tries to explain how Neo controlling the Sentinels in the real world caused him to end up in this train limbo.
He has placed a bounty on your lives. You must be careful at all times.
Because prior to this moment, you did not need to be careful.
Sati, come here, darling. Leave the poor man in peace.
You've coughed up enough exposition on him for one day.
I am sorry, she is still very curious.
If you were really sorry, you'd have stopped her from bothering Neo long before this. Also, he's a goddamn program. How do computer programs get so emotional and irrational?
I just have never
heard a program speak of love It is a human emotion. No, it is a word. What matters is the connection the word implies.
Clever dialogue, but you're still suggesting machines have emotions, which is not only weird, but goes against what this series of films have spent a lot of time trying to prove.
I see that you are in love.
Computer program in another region place can see Neo's love for Trinity just by looking at him. This motherfucker is not running fast enough to outrun the Oracle, let alone Seraph, Trinity, and Morpheus. Also, in the last cut at the turnstiles, this dude was nowhere near this far ahead of them. Guy who runs super slow only needs a 3-car subway going by to disappear like vapor. Also, even if that head start is somehow a good one, which it isn't, these assholes still just give up.
Why? That is our karma. You believe in karma?
Dialogue like this, really, when you boil it all down, is why both Matrix sequels end up being more boring than entertaining.
It's over my big dead ass.
So be it.
Classic case of a bad guy waiting too damn long to just do what he was threatening to do. Even with the element of surprise, Seraph and gang only managed to kill one of the 5 gun check dudes on the first spray. But whatever, slow motion guns and rape music. Party time, am I right? Just a reminder, no one in the actual club, which has the coat and gun check just outside, can hear this shit. I know clubs be loud, but damn. Jesus, this room is a coat and gun check room. It is only this large with huge concrete columns everywhere so that this action sequence can take place. Discount rave scene from either of the 2 previous Matrixes. Or is it Matrices? Oh, f it. Who cares? I get why they're all 3 back-to-back going through the dance floor, but why do they have to be constantly spinning? Wouldn't staying in relative stationary direction give each of the 3 a better, longer look at the surroundings near them, as opposed to constantly spinning and scanning?
Hey! Hey!
DJ wearing headphones in a loud-ass club that couldn't hear gunfire in the next room somehow hears the Merovingian yelling at him. Also, gas attack victim DJ. Also, DJs. Does every person at this bondage nightclub know and respect the Merovingian enough to be basically soldiers for him? I mean, not one of them is going to complain about why the music stopped? Are none of these clubgoers drinking and or drunk? I couldn't even tell you the owner of my favorite nightclub if he walked up to me in a spandex bodysuit and pinched my ass. Or is this just the Merovingians' work headquarters, and all these people are his henchmen, and the dancing is just a byproduct of having so many latex-laden hotties all together in one room?
I am curious, though, as to how it actually happened.
Yeah, you and me both, buddy. Unfortunately, the movie ain't got no f***ing clue itself how that shit happened, so you'll just have to get over it and move on. Trinity starts kicking ass, and none of the gun-toting henchmen do anything, allowing Morpheus and Seraph to also start kicking ass, without any good guys getting shot, despite all logic and reason. This chick down here does not shoot Trinity the entire time she watches and catches the gun. I can't help but wonder how many other gun-toting assholes are just off-screen also not shooting Trinity. Latex Bondage Club Mexican Standoff.
She'll do it. If she has to, she'll kill every one of us. She's in love.
Thank God the 3rd movie finally paid off that completely weird and emotionless true love's kiss in the bathroom scene from the last movie.
I can't leave yet. I have to see her.
No.
No, at some later point in time. What the hell, Trinity? You get to see the Oracle, but your boyfriend, who is the one, can't?
I was hoping to have these done before you got here.
Well, you are the Oracle, right? Couldn't you just started making the dough a few minutes earlier, since you knew when he was coming?
I think it's time for a tasting. Take the bowl to Seraph and find out if they're ready.
Salmonella. If you rearrange the letters on the fridge, it spells, you wasted a bunch of time looking at fridge letters for humorous anagrams and came up empty.
And you are all that stands in his way.
Smith.
Man, the Oracle's the f***ing master of the pronoun game. She wrote the book on that shit.
What is he?
He is you. Your opposite. Your negative. The result of the equation trying to balance itself out.
Okay, fair enough, but Neo is the 6th one, and we already saw Smith himself say in the last movie that his newfound power was a new development in the repeating Matrix cycle. And he said that way before Neo broke the cycle by saving Trinity instead of Zion. So, what I'm saying is, you're full of shit, lady.
I need time.
Okay, this is one of the movie's biggest problems. To serve the story and the ebb and flow of the action in the film, Neo spends a super long time just thinking about what he should do. Even though the Oracle just told him in the last scene he already knew what he needed to do. If we weren't trying to line up parallel crescendos, then Neo would immediately head for the Machine City right now and end the war before Zion gets attacked. Agent Smith somehow controls this building's power. Okay, fine, but why is he shutting off the lights one at a time? For drama? Agent Smith is addicted to cookies.
What did you do with Santi?
Cookies need love, like everything does.
You are a bastard.
Well, you're the one that had Sati alone with you in an abandoned building when you knew Smith was coming. So, here's Neo, still seeing visions of the place he already knows he needs to go. Still not going.
Those grids are sneaky bastards. Could be a trap.
But wouldn't you pick them up on your scanners? Haven't we seen multiple times already that you can do that? Also, discount inside the space monster's throat scene from Empire Strikes Back.
What did she tell you?
The same thing she always does. Exactly what I needed to hear.
Oh, that's useful. Thanks. Overhead shot of supposedly small-ass Zion suggests there are millions more inhabitants than originally believed. Movie repeats Matrix Reloaded's mistake of thinking we give a shit about these two.
What the shit is going on over here?
What the shit?
What's a pod-born pencil neck like you doing volunteering for my cause?
That's racist. And do the Zion-born people harbor some kind of discrimination or ill will against people born on the pod farm? If so, why isn't that flushed out a little bit more? I can even see it. The Sneetches in Zion. Those are the ones with plugs on their mugs. Movie repeats Matrix Reloaded's mistake of thinking we give a shit about.
Give me a chance, sir. I won't let you down.
Again, I mean,
I'm sorry that I took so long.
So are we.
If we leave inside the hour, we should reach Zion as the machines do.
Imagine when you could have arrived if Neo hadn't taken his sweet-ass time on this decision.
What if I blew that EMP?
This guy's been playing his part correct the entire time, for days. But now, he decides to monologue and basically warn this chick about his evilness before killing her. How did Trinity and Neo actually lose chemistry as a couple as these movies go along? How is that possible? It's not like they had a ton to begin with. Did Lucas guest direct these scenes?
I ain't saying goodbye.
I'm not saying goodbye, cliche. She survives this.
Mr. Anderson.
This phrase alone does not immediately cause Agent Smith light bulbs for Neo and Trinity. And that's some bullshit. Now, I know this is Agent Smith we're talking about here, and his ego is nearly as big as Sean Penn's, but still sinning for the bad guy, wasting time, and not killing him already. Thankfully, the shards from that light she smashed on Bane's head a few minutes ago are handy to help her cut her binds. I realize she's probably limited in what she can do to help, but doesn't turning out the lights limit your boyfriend as much as it does the enemy?
I'm Messiah.
Messiah? Man. Trilogy that doesn't want you to miss the Jesus parallels really doesn't want you to miss the Jesus parallels. Even now that he's blinded Neo, Smith still feels the need to mess with him instead of just punching him in the ear and then killing him with the gun.
I can see you.
The movie also never explains how Neo was the first and only of all the ones that could see and control machines outside the actual Matrix. But whatever. Cool shot, I guess.
Sorry, Trin, but I think you're gonna have to drive.
Why can't he drive the ship when he can sense and feel everything now? Just what in tarnation are these screens behind locks supposed to be showing? And how is this information in this graphical display any kind of useful? Movie rips off the robot mech suits from The Matrix Reloaded.
All right. This is it.
Movie shows us a vast shot of APUs, then shows us their commander giving the pre-war speech in a speaking voice the third row is probably struggling to hear.
If it's our time to die, it's our time.
Well, that's inspiring. Robot roll call.
Holy Christ, would you look at that?
So you can scan for sentinels. What was that worry again earlier when you thought they might be ambushing you? They're inching along trying to sneak up on millions of sentinels, but everyone is in the cockpit. Probably so that they have to scramble and waste time manning the guns when they made a stupid noise to alert the sentinels to their presence. I f***ing knew it.
Systems! Man, the gun turrets.
Yeah, late much? Blatant Star Wars homage is Star Wars. The proper piloting of this hovercraft will require the removal of my sweater. This domed concrete ceiling is capable of being pierced without the whole thing raining down on bitches and shit. We've known for ages what direction these assholes were coming from, but sure, yeah. Let's wait until the last second to train our guns on the spot.
Knuckle up!
Knuckle up! Machine drillers are basically self-reviving transformers. Machines wait forever to send the full strength of Sentinel forces. Then the Sentinels join 5 streams into one for the main assault, making themselves much easier to target for the few guns that exist in this dock. The Sentinels are terrible at finding humans until the humans shoot rockets at them. How is a giant-ass hover ship faster than these motherfuckers? The Sentinels blow off a hover pad in 2 seconds flat, but how much you want to bet it takes them forever to get the rest of them off? We can hack into the Matrix and put humans inside a computer program wearing and carrying anything we want, but when it comes to targeting computers, just triangles, dog. That's all we can offer. Sorry, yo. Damn, these hovercraft are built like f***ing tanks.
Captain, you see that? The rest of the radio, stop them!
You haven't even tried to use the radio to call Zion once. Why protect what you're not using? Also, call Zion on the radio before the radio gets destroyed, goddammit. The Sentinels are terrible at finding humans until the humans shoot rockets at them. Either these Sentinel arms have the aim of stormtroopers, or else these gals are luckier than Andrew Luck on a luck dragon.
No one can pilot mechanical.
I bet there's at least one person who can, and I bet the movie tells us how awesome a pilot that person is about 153 times.
We blow an EMP inside there, we'll lose the dock.
Sir, we already lost the dock. Open the gate.
How in the fuck are you giving shit to Morpheus later about blowing the EMP when you went out of your way to help him do it? Before they finalized character names for this script, this dude's name read as 100% Dick Guy number 1.
Deck 3's not responding! Taking critical damage, sir! We lost control!
Relatively random carnage has ironic timing.
Oh, dear woman, you can drive.
We ain't home yet.
How did you hear that? You don't have a headset on anymore. Are all his comments just broadcast ship-wide? This guy wouldn't be alive anymore if entire swarms of Sentinels weren't constantly passing him by. There are clearly more than enough Sentinels here to keep this guy from making an ammo run, let alone eventually saving the day. And while we're at it, how come the super strong exosuit things can only carry 2 boxes of ammo at a time? That's a design flaw if I've ever seen one. Cool shot, I guess, but what the hell are these Sentinels doing? Showing off? Is it like a machine version of ribbon ballet gymnastics or something?
Heads up, they're coming down!
So what? They don't do anything to you when they fly past you anyway. What's the worry? None of the 10,000 sentinels swarming and eating and killing Mifune noticed the delicious teenage human dangling off the back. Maybe they read the script?
There's no time.
I didn't finish the training program.
Movie repeats Matrix Reloaded's mistake of thinking.
Either to die.
But you did finish the dying with one eye open program.
Get to the main deck! Charge the EMP!
Yeah, because that's not something you could have done earlier or anything.
I believe.
You believe what? That there is no spoon? That shooting this thing will open the door? That Neo is the one? You already believed that, didn't you? Why are you wasting time to say this thing? Also, I guarantee Neo does not give a shit about whether or not you believe. You know, even if they survive this machine attack, everyone in Zion is going to die of smoke inhalation anyway. You're miles underground after an EMP. Where's all this light coming from right now?
You're a hell of a pilot.
After telling us for 2 movies that Niobe is a hell of a pilot, and then actually showing us Niobe in the act of being a hell of a pilot, Repetitive Movie feels compelled yet again to tell you she's a hell of a pilot. Thank God this dock is on fire right now, am I right? Or else none of us would be able to see you in order to cheer you.
Did I miss something, Commander? I thought we just saved the dock.
What's the problem with you people? You can't think but 5 minutes in front of your face.
You were the one who ordered the dock door open, so they could do the thing they did that you're now being a dick about. Dick?
That EMP knocked out almost every piece of hardware in every APU.
Why only almost every piece of hardware? It knocked out every sentinel, even the ones outside the dock already escaping. But the good guys still have some equipment left that works?
Saved the dock captain and just handed it to him on a silver platter.
Well, you did, but whatever. Semantics, I suppose. I guess we're using those minimally lasting damage EMPs where everything can be restarted instantly except the dead sentinels, of course.
Because he's the one who believes in miracles.
Meanwhile, back at the 3 electrical conduits. Also, why did the machines build the fields of humans so far away from the machine city? Was it just for dramatic timing purposes?
Gotcha!
Wait, what? Did the sentinel ghost come through the ship but not its physical body? Are they currently fighting against both physical and ghost sentinels?
Go up. Over them.
What?
The sky. It's the only way.
But we're in a hovercraft, Neo. There's a limit to how far we can hover from things, like Earth.
We made it.
Premature self-congratulations.
I wished I had one more chance to say what really mattered.
Which I will do here in a moment, provided I don't run out of breath and die during this setup.
But you brought me back. You gave me my wish. One more chance to say what I really wanted to say.
Just say it already! Gasp crying. Oh, sure, it takes him 6 hours to think about whether or not he's sure about his mission. But Morning Trinity? That shit's over in seconds. The blind Neo can see light thing is cool, for sure. But this makes it look like he's got no idea if he's stepping on solid surfaces or about to plunge to his death. Literal Deus Ex Machina. Also, were the machines like, we'd better at least appear human when we negotiate with this human, because that way he won't realize we're machines. These sentinels land, and then instead of attacking, they just stalk forward. Then the humans respond by not attacking. This is a weird-ass battle. The machines just accept this. Thunder and lightning indicate the Matrix had gone to shit. How do all the identical Agent Smiths know which one of them is the true original one that gets to fight Neo? And while we're on that subject, what was the point in making all the Agent Smith clones if you were still going to fight Neo with just one of them? I realize Smith winning is exactly how Neo wins, but Smith doesn't know that. He should be attacking Neo with all the Smiths.
It ends tonight.
I know it does. I've seen it. That's why the rest of me is just going to enjoy the show.
A couple problems here. First off, how is Smith getting visions now? Didn't Neo get visions previously too, in this very movie? I know they're yin and yang and all that shit, but why would Smith gain visions and Neo lose them? Why didn't Neo have any visions of this event? Second, are you actually telling me cockiness is the reason Smith chooses to fight Neo as one man instead of an army of millions? Because I'm pretty sure the real reason is special effects cost. Kung Fu Flex of Defiance. This is the second huge exploding slow-motion ball of water shot in the last 3 minutes. It's a cool effect and all, but the movie will show us Neo's revelation about how he needs to die to kill Smith here in a few moments. So my question is, what's his plan right now? Fight to the death with each of the millions of Agent Smiths one at a time? Damn, this movie is more in love with its slow-motion exploding water effects than it is with the story or any of its characters. Superman is a dick to Metropolis. Oh, wait. Yeah, no need to fly to the location of impact. Walking dramatically will suffice. Also, production saved a ton of money on rain machine rental and green camera filters by shooting on the Road to Perdition set.
You believe you're fighting for something, for more than your survival? Can you tell me what it is? Do you even know?
Yeah, he's fighting to end the machine war with humans. He's actually come here prepared to die. Honestly, you're the most in-the-dark character in the film right now.
Only a human mind could invent something as insipid as love.
But the program dude back at the train station went to great lengths to waste lots of my time by explaining that machines too feel love. So now I'm confused. Plastic punch.
He saved us.
The military commanders aren't even positive the Sentinels are leaving for real and for good, but sure, kid, go run and tell all of Zion that the war is over without any actual proof. All you know is that this current battle is paused, and may be over. Why is the Chancellor hanging out 15 yards behind the front lines? Oh, sure, when the Sentinel army was approaching, you held a sweaty naked dance party in here. But now that the war is over, it's just hugs? I demand quick flashes of interracial nudity. Reluctant peacekeeping machines show respect to Neo's dead body, instead of just logically turning it immediately into liquid fuel.
I have your word.
What do you think I am? Human?
Right, because the machines haven't ever lied or been deceitful this entire series.
Freeze! Do not move!
Get it? It's like deja vu. Get it? Do you get it? Do you get it?
No, Lieutenant. Your men are already dead.
Hey, I remember that line from The Matrix. Some nice, fun nostalgia for this first scene, and then it's on to something new, right? Right? Also, we find out later that Neo created this modal for some reason, and it's a sort of video game free-for-all testing area, but Neo didn't ever see this. He didn't even join the story until well after this happened. And Seek and Bugs will say something soon here about knowing this story inside and out, but even that doesn't make sense. The only way they know this story at all is if Neo put it in his famous video game, which again, how does he even remember these events so well when he wasn't there? Or the original story was being recorded by the machines as it happened, and humans found some way to access the files, and underground copies of that video circulated and became legend. Either way, sounds like bullshit to me. Even if Trinity told Neo this story later in life, she wouldn't know what the cops on the street said to each other.
Your projection's breaking up. Switch to audio.
He doesn't switch to audio. The video remains fine, and this is never mentioned again. As pointless as this tension is, she might as well have said, "You're late."
We know what happens next. She kicks that ass.
Putting the commentary track inside the actual movie. What? I know this is a computer code world, but she just literally went Sue Storm. Also, if she can do that, why did she wait until now, and why doesn't she do it again anytime later? How the hell did he know to come directly here? Is this the only other door on this street after the hotel? The hell?
Oh, you like the boy you found. Story of my life.
I mean, is that surprising? The more I listen, the more I hear. The more I touch, the more I feel. The more I eat, the more I Am I profounding correctly?
I am Morpheus.
There is zero reason this version of Morpheus couldn't have been played by Fishburne. I mean, other than money or the almighty scheduling, which usually just means money. Morpheus being younger here and even a nanobot in the real world does not necessitate a new actor, but whatever. I'm not sure why this movie is playing in Theater 1. I get the sense it should be an 8. If nothing else, this movie is teaching me that modern agents, aka goddamn computer programs, can't aim for shit. They can do intricate kung fu moves, but their computer brains are just not capable of aiming worth a damn, apparently. Okay, lots to unpack here. First of all, this is the office of the most famous designer of the most popular video game of all time. It looks like the office of an everyday Wall Street bro. Second, the monitor setup on this desk is chaotic neutral at best, but the far top left laptop is virtually unseeable from Neo's current position.
Billions of people just living out their lives, oblivious.
Hey, I remember that line from The Matrix. Some nice, fun nostalgia for this second scene, and then it's on to something new, right? Right?
I mean, OMG.
Saying OMG like this when saying oh my god takes literally no more syllables. It's like taking a shortcut when the difference between the shortcut and the regular route is 0.
I'm sure you can understand why our beloved parent company, Warner Brothers, has decided to make a sequel to the trilogy.
If you ever wondered at what point self-reference turned into self-parody, I think we've found it. Everything is so on the surface already here that there is no audience reward for exploration or nuance. This movie is going from meta to meta real fast.
That's the thing about stories. They never really end, do they?
I don't know. The movie Presumed Innocent sure ended. Apollo 13 ended. Maybe this is just bad hyperbole.
We're still telling the same stories we've always told, just with different names, different faces.
The MCU.
Thomas, you were a suicide survivor, gifted with a powerful imagination.
This will not be the last time this movie uses suicide as a direct metaphor for escaping a fake reality, and it will also not be the last time I sin it for doing so.
Do you need a refill on your prescription?
Yeah. I wish this movie was making a statement about overprescribing mental health patients who might be treatable with therapy and exercise alone, but it's really just using therapy and drugs as metaphors for prison shackles, which is an outdated way of thinking regarding mental health, and it's pretty offensive, actually. The pills are blue. Get it? Because he took the red pill in the first movie? Do you get it? Do you get it? Taking pills without water or other liquid like some kind of monster. Having Christina Ricci and wasting her in this single scene. Matrix Resurrections making the timely and original point that maybe we spend too much time on our mobile devices.
People want us up in their gray space.
He just said that in a different outfit in a different scene. So, is the movie saying every day is the same but different? Or are these employees just repeating themselves every meeting? Do these all represent times Neo tried to get out or kill himself but then got reset?
Mindless action is not on brand.
And the movie will go on to be mostly filled with uninventive mindless action. There are those who think this movie was made bland and unenjoyable on purpose as a kind of commentary about modern remakes and sequels, when in reality it is a movie that is making a commentary on remakes and sequels that just so happens to also be pretty bland and unenjoyable. Showing me Neo taking a shit in a public bathroom. If you look up the word subtle in a dictionary, there would be a picture of this movie and the text would say the opposite of this.
Obviously, The Matrix is about
transpolitics.
Crypto-fascism.
It's a metaphor
Of capitalist exploitation.
One of the things I think this movie does really well here is skewer all the self-important philosophical articles and theses written about the original that were just seeing what they wanted to see. And yet most of the critics, even those who like this movie, seem to think the main theme is about reboots and the iPhone age. Anyway, that's a sin-off for this movie regardless. Get it? In the first movie, he said a place had really good noodles. Do you get it? Do you get it? Maybe you don't want to take these pills. I can get down with that. But putting them all down the sink drain is a plumbing nightmare in the making. Just use the trash, man.
We need a new bullet time.
I do 100% believe WB executives said this at one point. So the sin is for WB executives.
We need to revolutionize gaming again. Revolutionize gaming again.
Again, I ask, are they just doing the same meeting over and over? Are these all different incarnations of Neo's new reality? I recognize that the repetition reinforces the remake, reboot rebukes, but reckon we can receive a reason for it?
How do you know if you want something yourself or if your upbringing programmed you to want it?
Preacher's Kid here, checking in, and the answer is, you don't know, ever.
I should get more therapy, but honestly, I'm too goddamn tired.
Weird. This movie has already kind of mishandled therapy by making the analyst a literal gatekeeper for Neo, but here we are again disparaging therapy by making it sound exhausting. And while sometimes therapy sessions can be emotionally draining, depending on the subject matter, the characterization of therapy as something to endure has long been a stigma that keeps people from getting help.
Can I ask something about your game?
Stop asking if you can ask something!
Did you base your main character on yourself?
For as much as this movie seems to want to decry nostalgia-based income stream mining, it sure goes heavy on giving us those hits of scenes from the first movie. Can a thing both chastise a thing and be the thing at the same time? If hypocrisy was a business model, don't you think we'd have figured it out by now?
My youngest stuck a Lego up his nose.
Kids.
At last.
Hey, I remember that line from The Matrix. Some nice fun nostalgia for this third scene, and then it's on to something new, right? Right?
This can't be happening.
Do you mean the fire sprinklers? True, they usually have individual heat-based release capsules, so none of the ones in this room should be sensing near enough heat to go off, unless of course they were programmed this way as part of the machine's penchant for cinematic water-based action scenes. Naming the company Deus Machina in the background while the new young digital Morpheus does impossible shit to shoot all the bad guys does not absolve you from new young digital Morpheus being a Deus Ex Machina in this scene.
I've missed you.
So they hid Agent Smith inside Neo's boss at the video game company? Really? I will kindly sit on my porch every Monday for 20 years waiting for someone to deliver me a good reason why. When the machines rebuilt a new Matrix, Agent Smith ended up as Neo's video game boss. What the everlong f***ing with the helling goddamn shit?
I heard deja vu outside, opened my door, and there you were.
If the machines are trying to keep all this on the down low, why would they name the cat Deja Vu? Are they programmed with an Easter egg delivery directive? Look, real talk, I've done therapy a bunch in my life. At my count, at least 6 different offices, and none of them ever look like Hannibal Lecter's Federal Hill 5,000 square foot apartment. God damn, this is a huge and pretentious therapy office. How can anyone concentrate with all the ego stroking going on in this room's decor?
Even your dislike of my cat made it into your Matrix.
Wait, I thought you said he came to you after he tried to jump off a building at a party. We can see was clearly thrown after the success of the video game. So how exactly did he name the cat in the Matrix Deja Vu before he even knew you? These machines are sloppy, man. Even when they try to justify their bullshit, they're easily contradicted. There are so many clips from the other films that I swear I would believe you if you told me you can construct the entire Matrix trilogy from the flashbacks in this movie.
I fly or I fall.
Using suicide as an explicit metaphor for escaping a fake reality again. There was a window washer outside the office when Neo was getting in trouble in the first movie, so I guess literally everything has to be the same in this movie.
They don't look like typical agents. They use bots now skinned as normal people.
And with that, the movie gives itself permission to mow down as many human-appearing people as it pleases, since they aren't real humans, you see?
And that when I did, you would be ready for this.
A tattoo of a rabbit from a game that millions of people have played? How is this supposed to build trust? For all he knows, you're a stalky fangirl.
We don't have to run to phone booths anymore either.
Mostly because mirrors are more metaphorical and cinematic, and phone booths don't exist anymore, but yeah, technology!
Nothing comforts anxiety like a little nostalgia.
Try therapy and meds. Thanks for playing. You think you know mental health. We'll see everyone next time when Captain America says, "Nothing defeats fear and PTSD quite like optimism."
Time is always against us.
Hey, I remember that line from The Matrix. Some nice, fun nostalgia for this. You know what? This is going to happen a lot, so let's just add 20 sins for this being Say the Line, Bart, the movie, and move on.
Hide me. I've been at a company making a game called The Matrix.
Neo would be an anagram for the one at CinemaSins.
We've been checking that company for years. We screened every Thomas Anderson we found. What we didn't understand was that they could alter your DSI.
Hold up. They named him Thomas frickin' Anderson and had him design a game called The Matrix, and you couldn't find him in here because they, checking notes, changed his character skin?
Keep the loop tight.
And MacGuffin, the widget slants through the Neonis fraud. I need to see movement on that unspecified but important technology, people. Let's go, go, go! They went to great lengths to keep Neo alive for 60 years, but now they're just firing missiles that could easily kill him? I can't follow any of this cut-to-death action. I think at one point I saw a sharpened sucker stick and maybe an elbow to the face. This series, even the two sequels most people don't love, has long been known for inventive and high-quality action. Till this entry. What in the name of Hypercut McShaky Cam is this nonsense? And no, it's not a commentary on something. Anyone in the comments that explains sins in this video by saying it's a commentary on is disinvited to the family reunion.
Think perspective. Closer you are, bigger it gets.
Advice I gave to my college girlfriend somehow makes it into the script. Also, this works. I think I've seen this film before, and I didn't like the ending. He doesn't have a side view of her head and face. He is directly across from her pod. He can maybe see her feet. These machines are designed like bugs and violently grab him by the neck and push him under the amniotic fluid before saving him, instead of presenting themselves as friendly, because the movie has to squeeze every ounce of false tension out of us before we get bored and look at our phones. Being able to hide from squiddies this easily. As they fly around and Neo takes in all the shit, I'm reminded about the first movie and the first time he was pulled out of the Matrix and his eyes didn't work because he had never used them. But now, after not using them for 60 years in the Neutrix, he's able to see perfectly as soon as he's unplugged.
What's up, Doc?
Having a character named Bugs say this just because you can.
But see, they don't know you like I do.
But all you know is what he wrote for you, right? You're his program inside the program. And shouldn't the doc bots be able to interpret that coding? This Morpheus is literally a weak facsimile of the real thing, and the fact that the movie thinks we're buying into this is dumber than force hiring a director to sabotage her own intellectual property.
No, I'm done fighting.
Bitch, you know that's not true, and you're just adding to the length of this thing, so get your ass out there and f***ing do some kung fu! Morpheus thinks the best way to help Neo's physical body would be to fight in the construct. But when Smith was beating the shit out of Neo in the first movie in the subway, plugged in Neo on the ship was shaking and convulsing and bleeding. I know he's trying to stimulate Neo's mind in the hopes that the mind will help the body, but this is a terrible idea. See? Also, I'd give all the sins back if this fight scene cut to the Morpheus is fighting Neo kid scrolling on his phone and yawning. So Neo destroys the fighting realm, maybe the construct itself, and then wakes up in his bedroom? What about his vitals? Did he use the One powers to put all his molecules back into place and hold them there?
When this new version of The Matrix was uploaded, there was a purge.
You keep that revenge, fantasy, violence, porn franchise out of my Matrix. Do you think once a year WB gives its execs a green light to murder franchises with no repercussions? It would explain a lot. Also, that there was a purge is the only explanation we get for why the Oracle is gone. It's fascinatingly lazy writing.
Promised peace and they gave us a purge.
They also paved paradise and put up a parking lot. Ooh, bop, bop, bop.
Sequoia, but everybody calls me Seek.
If your real name is Sequoia, why do they call you Seek instead of Sek? This would be like shortening Rihanna to Rai Rai instead of Riri.
You knew my grandfather, Captain Roland.
Hey, that's really interesting.
Whenever you're feeling up for it, I've got like a million questions.
That's not weird at all. But also, aren't we trying to save the f***ing world or what? Jesus.
What is that?
An exomorphic particle codex.
Oh.
It gives programs access to this world, within limits.
Didn't the program Smith come into this world in human form in the original trilogy, though? I guess this is a humane way for programs to come to this world, but you make it sound all original and shit.
Morpheus. Thank you.
Neo shakes hands with a tiny bot version of his mentor that he partially recreated in a modal, which is to say, Neo knocks knuckles with a naked nano-knowledge neighbor not native to this narrative with nary a negative notion on the entire encounter.
How does it work?
Paramagnetic oscillation.
Oh, you, movie. Rejected dialogue for this moment included trans-electronic positration, abso-prefect nebulation, dicto-vagintic speculation, and endocrinomic suprafrustration.
Even if it were Trinity and she wanted to be free, we have no idea how to do it.
Yet.
Yet cliche.
That looks real.
Biosky works kind of like grow lights.
Wait, is that a weed joke? Is there weed in the year 2247 or whatever? Did Neo ever show any signs of being a weed guy? Oh, wait. Apparently grow lights are for any kind of indoor plant, and I've just projected myself onto this scene. What is weed, though? I certainly do not know. Is it just me, or is this old age makeup terrible? It looks like the instruction was to make it look like Jada mixed with the William Shatner mask from Halloween. Cocoon 3, Jada! I'm looking forward to it. But just to be clear, that's not a joke about Jada at all, just about the makeup department. I wouldn't want to get slapped with a lawsuit.
Transfer your access codes. You are done, Captain.
Oh no! I can't believe she lost her... I don't really give much of a shit. She'll be back. Nothing matters.
Zion was stuck in the past, stuck in war.
I don't know, they had all those engines to keep the city running and the peace mosh pits. You grew a strawberry and suddenly you're enlightened? I'm sure the overcandling here is the entire point, but who is maintaining this, and why are they 15 feet tall?
Nothing can breed violence like scarcity.
Or oppression, or dictatorships, or racism and genocide, sporting events in Vancouver. Man, a lot of things breed violence as well as or better than scarcity. Neo gets in prison, goes to his balcony, and is immediately rescued. Padding the runtime called, and it's filing suit for impersonation. General Jada Smith watches the escaped Neo and company take off, and she does nothing. This will be important in a few minutes when she inexplicably sends forces after them to bring them all back to Io. It looks like the mirror reflection is of this hotel room we see on the right, but the reflections table has a chair in the wrong place and a full bouquet of orange flowers, while the right has a chair way out of sight and a single flower in the centerpiece. I guess they're hoping people will be distracted by that Eiffel Tower, but there are loads of differences here that I could go on for days about.
Predictable as ever.
Oh hey, not quite Agent Smith. It's been like an hour. You good? Just chilling in the Matrix, waiting for Neo to come back so the movie can once again wash, rinse, and repeat? At least the movie isn't forcing some sort of Merovingian reference. It is you! Well, As with Morpheus, there is zero reason why this should be played by a new actor, other than, again, scheduling difficulties, which just means money. Easy to see how Jonathan Groff, bless him, is cheaper than Hugo Weaving is at this point, no?
All you have to do is stay out of the Matrix and leave the good doctor to me.
Somehow in the last 60 years, Smith has grown more angry at the analyst, who is just a new architect, than Neo, which is surprising considering Neo is the one who beat his ass multiple times over multiple films.
What the Merv is trying to say is...
The Merv? The Merv? What the f*** is this movie, and can we get to the part where the knee and the Trin finally get back together? Sure, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Not sure exactly what, but people seem to be occasionally shaky cam hitting each other while the Ferrovingian is shouting things like suck my silky ass and couch flicks, climatey, wiki piss and shit. And honestly, what more does a Matrix fan really need?
Originality mattered!
The guy yelling originality mattered is from the sequel to the first Matrix film, and that, perhaps, is everything wrong with this movie. It wants to say whatever it wants about itself, even if it contradicts previous films, and then get all bulletproof if someone dares to question the official narrative.
I still know Kung Fu.
While Neo fights Smith inside the Matrix, I'm still wondering about how he takes all these hits without suffering back at the ship in human form. You know, like he did even when Morpheus was kind of pretend fighting him. He's 100 years old, goddammit, and this movie just wants me to forget that shit whenever it's convenient. Wait, who are these people Bugs is fighting? Wait, it doesn't matter? Carry on then. Did Neo just generate a force field? Why are there force fields all of a sudden, and more importantly, why would he ever stop generating them? Trinity's Nutrix vocation is motorcycle builder repairer, and like everything else in this film, it's a little on the nose. Imagine if Neo found her and she was a cupcake decorator, and then Neo could be all like, cupcakes, whoa.
I don't have a lot of time.
Cool, skip! Old Dr. Hauser using this bullet time nonsense to slow down Neo is certainly bullshit. But did it have to look like actual shit too? What's up with this janky low frame rate crap? Why does this movie want everything to look worse?
Did you know hope and despair are nearly identical in code?
This movie is full of these little pearls of not wisdom that it thinks are super deep, but are really just nonsense. Did you know that anxiety is the only cure for comfort? Did you know that an evil bear and a gentle bear share almost all the same atoms? And the director said, yeah, sure, the character has been evil monologuing for the last 5 minutes and blatantly torturing our protagonist, but just in case people were still wondering if he's truly an asshole, let's do the whole apple biting thing, because I'd hate for anything in this movie to be subtle.
You and her, quietly yearning for what you don't have.
I guess he thinks he can just reboot them or something, but even so, why give this whole I win, I'm better than you speech detailing your whole plan? If you do reboot them, then no one will ever remember this speech, making it even stupider. It's so odd to me that the first 3 movies went out of their way to make the city in the Matrix seem like any city or every city. But in the 4th movie, they were all like, let's just do San Francisco.
You call that a choice?
We get it already. Choice is an illusion. This is like the 4th time you've said it already, and I'm still no closer to understanding why you don't have enough exomorphic particles to complete the back of your head. Did the exomorphic factory run short on them? And we're back in I.O. This movie is playing hopscotch.
Which she exercised with her own particular brand of short-sighted stupidity.
Do you think they cut a bunch of stuff, maybe? I can't for the life of me understand why she was wistfully hoping for the best as she watched them fly away yesterday, but now she's all pissed off about it. The locations aren't the only part of this movie playing hopscotch.
My father designed the resurrection pods, where Neo and Trinity were imprisoned.
No! Wait, do I care about that?
A few hours ago.
Say, is that Bug standing there at attention receiving this military mission briefing? Didn't you demote her and there was going to be a court-martial, I think, right? I love how discipline only really matters in times of peace.
I need 2 more. Are you out of your minds? You don't even know what it is.
You're the one that asked for 2 volunteers without giving the mission details first.
The passages used to rescue Neo are now sealed.
The machines had only left them unsealed for something they referred to as the plot-induced exhaust port corollary. We don't know exactly what it means, but we will have to think of a new and exciting rescue for what we're temporarily calling the 3rd act.
In order to unplug Trinity's body while her mind still remains connected to the Matrix, I'm gonna need a second human brain to implement the bypass.
Whatever, dude. Just get on with it. My other favorite part is how the machines are like, oh no, Neo escaped. I bet he's coming back for Trinity. Seal off his escape routes and post a bunch of sentinels by the tower. But that whole area right next to Trinity, keep that surveillance free. Wouldn't want to overdo it.
This is where it gets tricky.
Using the cords and tentacles to strategically cover the specific parts of the human body our culture has deemed inappropriate? Yep, super tricky. I don't think it's very fair that Neo has to try and explain everything to Trinity and give her a choice while 100 heavily armed FBI and SWAT guys all stand around eavesdropping. See, this is loco!
Lies, lies, and more lies. Smith?
Yep, because Smith can apparently operate in the analyst's bullet time when Neo can't, and also just happens to be here at the exact moment Neo needs saving for a Smithius ex machina. Sure, why not? If the goal for the movie was to create the most confusing and indecipherable action scene possible, I'd say they hit the jackpot when they landed on Mosh Pit with Guns. Nicely done! Making this movie all about Neo and Trinity's love was a mistake. Neo and Trinity's relationship was always the blandest storyline in the original films, while Neo versus Smith never failed to crackle. This movie puts the boring storyline up front and basically makes Smith an ally! There's subverting expectations, and then there's just shit in the bed.
I don't suppose he can still fly?
Yeah, that's not happening.
Does this movie want to give any reasoning for why things are or aren't happening? Or are we just supposed to laugh at this projectile dysfunction joke and move on? And if so, sorry about forgetting to do the laugh part.
How was she?
Life signs are good.
What? When they unplugged Neo, he was near death immediately, and he had to go fight Morpheus at a fake dojo to get his mojo back, which somehow then kept his 100-year-old body together. No one will be seated while The Matrix 4 goes full Night of the Living Dead. So Neo is force-sensitive then? But again, how? The least the movie could have done is give us a training montage with Obi-Wan Niobe. I'm not going to show it to you, so here's a picture of the Catrix poster while we chat, but the movie will now enter a section that's one of the most tone-deaf scenes in all of film, as a technicality allows the movie to have hundreds of people hurl themselves out windows and off buildings, triggering everyone from folks with suicidal ideation to people still grappling with post-9/11 PTSD to survivors of suicide victims and more. The Wachowskis deserve a lot of praise for the inclusivity of different races and sexualities in their films, but between this and Cloud Atlas, it's beginning to look like they have a blind spot to the issue of suicidal imagery. It is nighttime when they enter this building, but full-on dawn when they exit to the roof. That's not how the sun works. Why are they shooting at Neo? The analyst wants them alive, no? Or has he switched to if I can't have them, no one can? This whole scene just plays like 2 kids playing with toys. I wouldn't be surprised if we cut to one of them shouting, well, oh, I brought my helicopters that eat force field dogs. Cool, awesome, beautiful, love it. Wow. But, how? Okay, so he was going to fall, but Trinity is the one now and can fly, so she saved him. But earlier in the movie, Bugs said she saw Neo jump off a building and he did not fall. So why is he falling now?
We were on our way to remake your world.
But can't the machines just, flash the firmware or power it off and back on or something? This is all a software construct still, right? I'm all for the Trinity Union, but I have no idea how any of this helps either the real world or the long-term viability of the Matrix. It's almost like, to sort it all out, they will need some sequoias. Sequoias! They need to plant some sequoias, is all I meant. Please don't make more movies. As Neo and Trinity fly into the sky, exactly like Neo at the end of the first film, it's important to note that while I have sinned all the excessive callbacks to the first 3 movies, I will still sin the fact that they somehow couldn't get a Rage Against the Machine song to end this movie. Well, it's a Rage song, but it's a cover of what, you ask? The same song that ended the first movie! God damn!
What we need is a series of videos that we call the Cat Tricks.
They actually filmed this! Also, holy houses, this movie is 2.5 hours long!
Bills are good! Bills are good!
Get up, Trinity. Wiggle your big toe.
The answer is up there, Neo. It's looking for you. And it will find you.
And I will kill you.
Understand? Then hit me, if you can.
Sweep the leg. You have a problem with that?
Got the basic layout. Bookstore, cafe, almost everything else is here too.
Who are the people?
Projections of my subconscious.
Yours?
Yes. Remember, you are the dreamer. You build this world. I am the subject. My mind populates it. You can literally talk to my subconscious. That's one of the ways we extract information from the subject.
We're going in. Taking Neo to see her.
See who? The Oracle.
Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis?
She sounds hideous.
I'm not afraid anymore. Who told me that I would fall in love and that that man, the man that I loved, would be the one.
Everyone, listen up. At the edge of our hope, at the end of our time, we have chosen not only to believe in ourselves, but in each other. We will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
What are you thinking right now?
Yes, Steve, don't come yet.
You feel this?
I'll never let go.
All right, guys, listen, this is the blues riff and B. Watch me for the changes and try and keep up, okay?
He's after the Dragon Ball. Is it safe? It has begun.
If you're looking for a berserk night out in the new New York, I know just the place for you. New York's hottest club is Whimsy. Condemned by GLAAD and the EPA from Ghostbusters. This old, wet Band-Aid found in a jacuzzi is the kind of place that makes you feel weird the next time you see your parents.
Oh no. Your eyes. My eyes, the goggles do nothing. Spartans! What is your profession?
Comrades, our own fleet doesn't know our full potential. They will do everything possible to test us, but they will only test their own embarrassment. We will pass through the American patrols, past their sonar nets, and lay off their largest city and listen to their rock and roll, while we conduct missile drills.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna swim with you. I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna be your best friend. Good feelings gone.
I am calm.
What a beautiful day to be alive, am I right? Problemo?
No problemo.
I need a coffee.
Put that coffee down.
Oh, rubber ducky, you're the one.
Life insurance.
Bingo was his name.
All right, you want me to check him out?
And from way up here, you all look like little ants.
But it wasn't a dream. It was a place. And you, and you, and you, and you were there.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
You never appreciated our relationship.
You think you're my greatest enemy?
Yes! You're obsessed with me!
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are! Who else drives you to one-up them the way that I do?
Bane.
We can't go back.
We have to go back, Kate.
The sheeple aren't going anywhere. They like my world. They don't want this sentimentality. They don't want freedom or empowerment.
You want to be fooled.